Number 4 for the Devil Dogs. Sorry, I'm trying to pull this roster up here. As we said, a little late notice here on the ball game, starting up pretty early. How far was that one? Seemed like he ran for a mile and a half.
It was 51 yards, I believe.
51 yards. Once again, number 4, Jackson Mole is his name. Key blocked up number 8, Tucker Granberry. Granberry, another one of those Morrilton names, but there's a Devil Dog. Or no, it looks like
that's
an eagle.
That's number 6, Evan Marshall, who is down on the play. He looks like he's holding his leg, maybe. I really can't see. The coaches are surrounding him. I didn't see what happened, but that's definitely Evan Marshall, number 6. Down on the play. I'm going to adjust the score here. So 6-0 early. Devil Dogs lead the Eagles, and as we said, the refs kind of jumped the gun on us there a little bit, started before we were quite ready to. So Eagles kicked off to the Devil Dogs to start. There was basically no return. Drake, did you have what the first couple of plays were for Morrilton offensively? Do you remember what happened there?
Morrilton tried to run the football the first 2 plays that they had, and did not do it too successfully. Had the ball behind the line of scrimmage on a 3rd down along there before that carry.
So that should basically have us caught up. Again, Marshall is down there, injured. They're still tending to that young man. And it seems like there was something I was wanting to talk about at the outset of the game, but I actually had planned on having about 5 minutes to talk. So now I'm a little confused on what I was going to say. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Well, this would be a good time to mention this. I want to tell all the Vilonia Eagle fans out there, and I'm talking about just Vilonia Eagle fans in general, the Vilonia baseball team,
state champs,
senior high baseball team, they will be having the annual Vilonia Baseball Chili Supper. That's going to be on Friday, October the 20th at 5 p.m. in the high school cafeteria. That's before the home game against – who would we have at home that night, Drake? We have
that is actually going to be
it's going to be Morrilton.
Farmington. It'll be Morrilton at home.
So that'll be before the home Morrilton game. So Vilonia baseball chili supper Friday, October the 20th at 5 prior to the home game against Morrilton High School in the high school cafeteria. Tickets are $7 each. The baseball team will be serving delicious chili, wonderful desserts. There will also be a silent auction with some items that you're going to want to check out. I don't have the full list with me. I'll try to effort that as we get closer to the date to read off some of those items on the silent auction. And basically, this is the big fundraiser that the baseball team does every year.
That's right.
They use this money for paying for player meals before games and when they're traveling, any equipment needs that they may have or whatever the case. So the big fundraiser for the baseball team, if you have an opportunity, get on out there and support them. As I said, tickets are $7. You can find any Vilonia Eagle baseball player to purchase your tickets from.
Oh, yeah. On top of that, you look at what Coach Wallace and the baseball team does. That's a big fundraiser for them. And not only do they have a chili supper, their baseball boys actually wait on people. They serve at the chili supper. They do a lot of things to help get themselves out in the community and try to benefit themselves. Put a lot of work in. Those guys are really good at what they do. Won a state championship last year, and a team coming back this year that'll be just as good, if not better. They are better, in my opinion. But another big thing for those of you listening, tomorrow afternoon at 2:30, there will be a live broadcast of the Vilonia High School homecoming festivities. At 2:30, we'll begin festivities for our homecoming pep rally. It'll be the announcement of the homecoming queen as well as the baseball team receiving their state championship rings. Both of those things will be broadcast live once again at 2:30 on the Vilonia High School YouTube page. I know it's a little bit different there, but this is the Vilonia High School YouTube page. Go to my Facebook, Drake Toll's Facebook. You can see that link there. But it looks like number 6, the injured Eagle, Evan Marshall, is up on his feet, and he'll be carried off the field there from the 10.
Yeah, an injury to the lower leg there. I'm not exactly sure. I'm assuming ankle. It didn't really look like it was a knee, so it looks like an injury to the ankle there. They're going to this is some of the Vilonia coaches there. They're going to carry him over towards the ambulance, maybe have the EMT guys take a look at him. So we'd want to ask for anybody watching at home to keep Mr. Marshall in your thoughts and prayers. Hopefully he is not injured seriously. They are getting the gurney out of the back of the ambulance now, so don't know if it's necessary. That's kind of protocol anytime they bring a player over there. EMTs are going to check on him, and hopefully we'll get word as to what's going on with him before the game's over with. So after the long touchdown run by the Devil Dogs, they are set up to actually attempt the extra point. They're going to kick an extra point, or attempt to kick an extra point. It's number 52. Ball is down. The kick is up, and it is good. So the Devil Dogs are going to lead by a score of 7-0 here with 6:52 left to play in the first quarter.
Now, Corey Allen likes to do a trivia question for every ball game. I've got one for you, okay?
Lay it on me, brother.
What is the opening line of the Morrilton alma mater?
Well, Drake, I'm gonna tell you what. A lot of things come to mind that I cannot say on the broadcast.
Agreed.
And they would not fit for an alma mater anyway. So I'm gonna plead the fifth here. I have no idea. What is it?
Hark the sound of Devil Dog voices sounding so true blue. That is your Morrilton alma mater.
So tell me why you know this.
I actually had a mother of mine that attended Morrilton High School, graduated in 1994, and actually played softball, the slow pitch softball, at Morrilton, and proud alumni. I say proud loosely, though.
So when you say a mother of mine, you mean your actual mother?
It's debatable, but we'll go with it for now.
Okay. All right. Well, that if it's your mother that graduated from here, and that's why you know the opening line to the fight song, I'm gonna give you a free pass there. Later, I'm going to ask you a trivia question. Wow, that ball is going to be booted deep. And Baker thinks about touching it, but decides to let it go into the end zone. It's a good thing, too, because he was going to have absolutely no blocking on a kick that sharply and that deep. So Eagles will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20 to start their first offensive drive. And you know what, Drake? I'm hoping to see Parker Bean back in the backfield again tonight. I don't know. I should have asked the coaches if he was – I see number 9 out there, so it looks like we're going to get the B brothers in the backfield tonight.
I talked to Parker actually yesterday, and I didn't even have to approach him. He came to me and said, guess who's running the ball?
All right.
That's all he had to say, and we're pretty excited about that. The brothers B back there.
Well, except for one of them splits out in a 3-headed set over here to the bottom, and the other one up at the top side. Nelson takes it around right end. Was that a direct snap, or was that a pitch from Hare? I looked away for a minute.
A pitch from Hare to the near side. Yeah, trips to our near side, and they are an interesting formation, bunch formation for the Eagles. And I kind of like the play variation to begin the ball game there from Coach Sisson.
I do too. You know, Drake, we do see some play variations out of the both the 8th and the 9th grade teams. We've seen quite a few more out of the 9th grade team. They've gotten creative a few times when they're needing to play from behind or need a score or whatever. So going to line up in the veer now with both B brothers in the backfield. And the ball's on the ground as Hare unable to get the snap from the center.
Yeah. Number 54 there from Morrilton on good coverage trying to get the ball. That's Seth Stevens. He's a captain for your ball game today. I know we weren't able to get captains out there. I don't even know if they ran captains in there. It was just such a quick start to this ball game.
There was no coin toss, no captains, nothing. I don't know how they decided who was going to get the kick because the 8th grade Eagles received the opening kick of their game. Morrilton receives the opening kick of their game. Spotter says they played rock, paper, scissors for it. I don't know. We'll see. Baker lines up out wide to the left. Bean's in the backfield. Hare fakes to Bean. Throws to Nelson. Nelson's looking to get upfield on the bubble screen. He's going to get a couple, Drake, but he's going to be stopped at the 25-yard line. It's going to be 4th and 5 for the Eagles.
Yeah, whole host of dogs there bringing them down, leading the way. Number 30 from Morrilton. 30 is actually one of their linebackers. That is Cade Hallbrook. And Eagles will be forced to punt, it looks here. And our punter, the leadfoot, I'll say leadfoot, that is Mr. Noah Newman, who clinched the game last week with a 40-yard field goal to win it 15-14 in the ball game at home.
Newman gets the kick away off the side of his foot. It's going to hit at the Eagle 45-yard line, roll up to the 46. It's going to go out of bounds at the 40. They're gonna put it down just inside the 48-yard line. So good starting field position for the Devil Dogs. And I don't know what the picture looks like at home. On my screen, it looks pretty good. But I'm going to tell you right now, looking out this press box, it looks like there's only about 3 light bulbs burning in this whole place. And I look down out of the end zone, the north end zone there, and Marshall is on the gurney I don't know what they're doing because they're taking him away from the ambulance. Maybe they're just rolling him over to his parents' car. It's going to be number 4 on the run. And about 5 Eagles tried to arm tackle him there, and that ain't how we usually play defense, Drake. I don't want to see none of that business.
That's right. Number 4 there is Jackson Mole. We've seen him a little bit. He's 6 foot tall. Comes in at a pretty stocky 165, but a good, pretty good carry there. Like to try to wrap up and use good technique and tackling. I know Coach Stout emphasizes that a lot. The junior high coaches do as well. That's been a big part of the Eagles' struggles in high school ball. You don't want to see that transfer over here to 9th grade. All right, pass complete to number 6 for the Devil Dogs. That is Reggie Toney.
It's going to be tackled by number 28, which is – that's the wrong roster. I almost said the wrong name there. Austin Harrington and number 10, Noah Newman there on the tackle for the Eagles. It's going to be a first down for the Devil Dogs at the 25-yard line of the Eagles. Gibbs going to be to the back. Straight up the middle. Breaks the first tackle. Newman's going to get a hold of him and sling him around. He had an assist on the tackle there. That's Seth Kirk. Seth Kirk assisting on the tackle.
Yep. Kirk got a big touchdown in the last ball game. Good to see him out here still looking good condition. Once again, number 4, Jackson Mole on the carry. They got the first down marker over there. It says first down, but they look to be a little short.
I'd say it'd be second and short. He's going to throw to the end zone. Wide open receiver. That's a touchdown.
Number 6, Reggie Toney there. A pretty completion from the quarterback, number 8. That's Tucker Granberry.
The defensive back had decent coverage on the play and bit on the pump fake. And the Devil Dogs score again to make the score 13-0.
I did talk to Coach Morris earlier today, and Coach Morris told me that Morrilton's one of the only undefeated teams left in 9th grade. It's Morrilton, Valonia, and I'm sorry, I don't remember the third team that he told me, but Morrilton and Valonia are 2 of the undefeated teams still left in conference. Morrilton has beat Clarksville in overtime, but Clarksville a very hefty junior high team. This Morrilton team, though, has their stuff together so far, leading the ball game 14-0, and they come to the sideline pretty pumped up, as I would be too. The Eagles look a little lackadaisical to begin. Hopefully that injury doesn't get into their heads. Hopefully they can come back, score right here, and try to bring this game within reach.
Drake, I've been wondering why I smelled dill in the booth, and I just looked down. I knew you were struggling with something down there, and I figured out both at the same time. Drake Toll eating a giant dill pickle in the broadcast booth tonight. So
I wouldn't say John either. I'm kind of disappointed.
So anyways, I'm sorry I failed to get the extra point up there on the Morrilton scoreboard. Don't want to short them their point. 14-0 as they're set to kick off to the Eagles here with 3 minutes and 42 seconds left to play yet in the first quarter. 52 set to kick off for the Devil Dogs.
Yep.
Nelson, Linser, and Baker back deep to receive for your Eagles.
Yep. Hayden Scroggins here on the kick. Looks to kick deep. And
it's going to be a sky kick there. Goes out of bounds. And we're probably going to take that at the point it went out of bounds there, as it is ahead of the 35. So the Eagles will take over. Looks like they're going to give us the 37. That's where they're going to spot the ball, where the Eagles are going to set up the second drive, 1st and 10.
Look to see trying to have some play variations there in the first drive. Look to see the Eagles go back to their roots right here. Maybe a couple runs up the middle with Bean or Baker. Try to power the football and go back to what we know how to do best.
Absolutely right, Drake. I mean, you want to see you always like to see the 9th grade Eagles get their power run game going, because when they get that going, the defense tends to load the box and makes the outside stuff much easier.
That's right.
So Hare has fakes to
big play
Bean.
there.
Baker has it around left end, and he's still running across the 50 to the, well, I was going to say the 45, but they're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 47-yard line of the Devil Dogs. Good play call by Coach Sisson there.
Looks like running him out of bounds for the Devil Dogs was number 6, Reggie Toney. He is one of the running backs for the Devil Dogs. He's been their main guy thus far at running back. Nonetheless, Eagles have it first down and 10 from the 47, and that was a well-drawn-out play there, a nice little option.
So the Eagles set with the first down here. Give's going to be to Bean straight ahead, and Drake, just after we ask for it, we do see the Eagles go back to that inside running game.
Yeah, we do. You got to level with this 9th grade group. They've got the backs to do it, and Bean, you hope to see him very tender with that ankle, trying to nurse it back, of course. But then again, that run right there, he showed no slowing down. He's back 100%. That looked good right there. Hope to see the rest of his night go that well.
So Hare's going to drop back in the shotgun, looking to pass. He's got Nelson out there. He throws the ball up. Nelson's going to try to go up and get it, and he's unable to make the catch. Good coverage by the Devil Dog defender. And, Drake, if that ball was thrown a little bit higher, I think Nelson would have had an opportunity to come down with it.
Oh, yeah. Give that young man a jump ball out there. He's got the height advantage there on the corner. That corner is number 20 for the Devil Dogs, Dayton Gotcher. But Josiah Nelson has the height advantage. Throw that one up, and I think Josiah Nelson's able to bring that down, maybe even get to the end zone.
So Eagles with a 2nd and 10 here from the Devil Dog 33-yard line. Hare's going to remain in the gun. Gives it to Baker. Baker's trying to fight for room over right tackle. Looking to get a push from his line. They're going to blow him dead out around the 29-yard line, where it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 6. Number 30 and number 8 on the tackle there for the Devil Dogs.
Yeah, that's Tucker Granberry. We talked about him quite a bit thus far. Number 30 is Cade Hallbrook. Mentioned both of those guys thus far for the Devil Dogs, showing out to begin this ball game.
So the Eagles going to go with 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Nelson's alone on the top of your screen. Hare throws to Baker, and Baker is hit immediately, unable to make the catch. Good coverage there by number 30. I know Drake said his name a few times, but I'm not doing it. I don't have a Morrilton roster in front of me, so struggling to help remember those names.
Yeah, that is number 30, Cade Hallbrook. He laid a good stick on him there. 4th down. Look for the Eagles to go for it.
So Eagles are going to come out in basically the same set as they had before, but the 3 receivers to the top of the screen instead. Hare has it. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket, looking for running room.
Oh, he's got it.
He's going to fight ahead, and he's going to have the first down plus a couple of yards out to the 22-yard line, where it's going to be a Valonia Eagle first down. So a good job up by Hare to pull that ball and, just pick through the defense and find a little bit of running room. Got a blocker there and followed through the traffic.
Oh, yeah, great decision there by Hare. Very mature decision. He's in the 6th game of his season. Looking like he knows exactly what he's doing, and he does know exactly what he's doing. There, number 66, the 8th grader, Antonio Langford on the tackle, but nonetheless, Eagle first down and 10 from the 22.
So Hare has the ball. He's going to give to Baker this time, and Baker's going to be hit by number 18, Jake Session. Baker's going to pick up about 4 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Our spotter, Billy Sal, mentioning that Jake Sessions is an 8th grader, and that's, as we said in the 8th grade game, Morrilton not afraid to play up. 5 or 6 8th graders on this 9th grade team, and they'll be able to play some ball. I tell you, Corey, if this 9th grade team wasn't so dominant as well, this 8th grade team could do a great job of filling in some of these spots, that's for sure.
Certainly. Hare's going to give to Bean. Bean's got a lot of running room. He's up across the 15 out to the looks like he's going to be down at the 11-yard line.
First down.
Looks like he shied away from contact there a little bit. I couldn't tell. Maybe somebody had a hold of his legs. I couldn't really tell exactly what's going on. Like I said, it is about like playing in a dungeon here at Morrilton. I see 3 light bulbs burning in the stadium, but that's about it.
Yeah, no kidding right there. But you look at Morrilton thus far, done a great job of right there, the first contact, initial contact, didn't necessarily wrapped up, but he hit him so hard, hit him so low. Some pretty good fundamental tackling here from Morrilton thus far in the ballgame.
Nelson in the backfield. He's going to get a fake pitch from Hare. Hare rolls, goes to throw. It was intended for Linser. It's over his head. Hare takes a hit on the play, and you know what? I don't know but what pitching it to Nelson wouldn't have been the better option there seeing the result of that, because there was nobody out there on the left side of the defense left for the for the Devil Dogs.
No, Nelson had a clear lane to the far side. I bet they drew that one up to where Hare was supposed to throw the football, but you look, Carson Lenzer, the receiver right there running on that one. You used to see number 6, Evan Marshall. He was hurt earlier in the ball game, so that'll be an adjustment, but nonetheless, seemed like Lenzer would have had that football if it had been thrown just a little bit lower to him.
Empty backfield this time. That's going to be Hare on the pitch to Nelson. Nelson's going to pitch it forward to 52.
Wow.
I believe that's Trubiano. Yeah, it is. And that is an illegal forward pass because Trubiano would not be an eligible receiver. So it's going to be a loss of down for the Eagles. It's going to bring up 4th down, and it's going to be pretty long because they're going to assess some penalty yardage here to go with the lost yardage on the play.
Well, they will lose the down, but it will retain it at 3rd down. They just will not be able to replay that down. So they'll get 2 more chances here. I'm assuming we will not punt on a 4th down situation. But then again, you have the leg of Noah Newman. They could work to your advantage here inside the 30-yard line. Speaking of Noah Newman, we've seen him on defense. We've seen him kicking the ball, and now he's on offense, split out at the receiver spot.
It is going to be 4th down. He's signaling loss of down there. That's illegal forward pass is a loss of down play, so it's going to be 4th and extremely long here. And
there you go. That's right.
You don't have a white hat, so it's a little bit hard to figure out who's in charge down there. It's obviously the official behind the offense, but usually you're looking for the white hatted official for the penalty calls and yardage. Coach Morris takes a timeout. He wants to talk it over with his Eagles. We're going to take this opportunity, there we go. We're going to take this opportunity to run a commercial. One of our sponsors here on Eagle Vision, this is the Charlie Roller Foundation.
Charlie Roller was an outstanding athlete at Bologna, and he truly exemplified what it meant to be a Bologna Eagle. On behalf of the Bologna Eagle Football Foundation, we would like to say thank you to the Friends of Charlie for their continued support of the Charlie Roller Classic. This event has allowed ongoing support to many sporting events and activities throughout the Bologna School District.
We are back as the Eagles are going to line up to kick a field goal here. Hare's going to be on to the hold. It's going to be number 10, Noah Newman, back to kick. And this should be a 44-yarder.
Yeah, that's right, 44. I apologize. It is 4th down here. I misspoke there, but Newman's kick is up, and
it's going to be a little bit short.
Yeah.
It looked like it had the line, just not quite the distance. It was about 3 or 4 yards short there of getting through the uprights. So the Devil Dogs are going to take over 1st and 10. It should be back at their own 20, I would think.
Yeah, and you look at that one. That kick right there goes in from 40, but they're at 44. You see Newman made that 40-yarder last week. Seems to be that past that right there, just not enough leg to get into it.
Somebody's going to have to explain something to me later on as the Devil Dogs are going to take over where we turned the ball over, but I know in high school that goes back to the 20, or I thought it did anyways. Going to have a flag on the play, and I thought the coverage was pretty good, Drake. That's 28 in coverage for the Eagles. Austin Harrington. He ran step for step with the receiver. There was a little bit of pushing both ways, got his head around. So I don't know which side the flag is going to go on.
You know, and I'll tell you, Corey, in the game of college football, if a defensive back has their head facing away from the football, facing towards the receiver, they'll throw that flag every time. He looked right there. Harrington was able to get his head around, and it looked pretty legal. There was a little shoving back and forth there, but nothing too much to flag it. He
actually had a better opportunity at the ball than the Devil Dog receiver did because it was not. I mean, it was underthrown a little bit and to the field side rather than to the boundary. So they do call pass interference on the Eagles there, and I misspoke right there too. Attempted field goal is not a back it up to the 20. That's my mistake. I was thinking something else there. So either way, the Devil Dogs are going to get the penalty yardage. That should bring up a first down for them. I'm going to wait and see where they set the ball down. I'm assuming it's going to be at the
47. It looks like.
Well, I was thinking it was going to be the 42, but now they're
42. I can't. That's the Bologna education, as you talked about, Corey.
Well, it happens to the best of us. Okay, they are going to set the stick down at the 42 now, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Devil Dogs at their own 42-yard line as they switch ends, and they're going to be headed towards the south end zone now. So Evan Marshall, as you know, injured earlier on one of the Morrilton offensive drives. The ambulance is still in the stadium, so he did not leave in the ambulance. Like I said, I think they put him on the gurney and wheeled him around to his parents' vehicle so he didn't have to walk from the far opposite end of the stadium to get in the vehicle to go on home, or they may have even chosen to drive him to the emergency room themselves to have his leg or ankle looked at. Still not 100% sure exactly what the injury was.
That's right. Hope that young man is okay. You look at the chains over there on the far side, a lot of confusion. They were a good 15 yards behind where the ball has been spotted, but the Devil Dogs will take over at the 42.
It's going to be a direct snap to the quarterback. He's running around the right end, and he's going to be tackled by Linser up around the 49-yard line.
Yeah. Number 4, Jackson Mole there on the carry. Brought down, there at the 49. It'll be 2nd down and 4 or 5 here for the Devil Pups.
So some substitutions there offensively for the Devil Dogs. They're set to go. 2nd and 3. It's going to be a snap to Jake Session. He's going to power forward off right tackle, get about 5 yards on the run down to the Eagle 46-yard line where he's going to have a 1st down. So 1st and 10 for the Devil Dogs there at the Eagle 46.
I tell you, Corey, it'd be ideal to get a stop right here. You're looking at 7 minutes and 23 seconds left to go here in the first half. You're down 14. You need to get a stop, get the ball back, and score quickly. 21 points is not a good deficit to be down.
That's going to be nope, they're going to say it hit the turf.
Yes,
I thought the receiver made an excellent catch, but again, we were having a little trouble seeing everything with the darkness in the stadium.
Yeah, rolled up under him and then plopped back up into his stomach. Made it look like there was a catch there, but it seems as though when he turned over that the ball hit the ground.
2nd and 10 for the Devil Dogs from the Eagle 46. Quarterback set. Has the shotgun snap. There's going to be a flag on the play. The initial signal is offsides on Valonia. It indeed is. That'll be a 5-yard mark-off. We'll bring up a 2nd and 5 for the Devil Dogs from the Eagle 41.
Yeah, looks like we had a player lined up in the neutral zone there. And they'll get us flagged for it. 2nd and 5 from the 41.
There's going to be another flag. So back-to-back offside penalties by the Eagle defense is going to result in a Devil Dog 1st down out at the Eagle 36.
And I tell you, number 8, Tucker Granberry, their quarterback, gave the hard count there trying to get the defense to jump off sides. And I'll tell you, I jumped a little bit from up here, Corey. That was a very loud, dominating hard count. Very good job there by number 8, Granberry for the Devil Dogs.
Goes with the traditional count there, has a receiver wide open and makes the catch and then just throws it down. Apparently the football was a bit hot.
Yeah, little game of hot potato there. Number 21, the intended receiver, Andrew Black, and that's what they call butterfingers right there, Corey. No better way to put that one.
He may have been thinking what he was going to do with the ball before he had it in his hands. So here we go, 2nd and 10. Session has the ball around the left end.
Flags on the play here in the backfield.
He's going to be tackled by Seth Kirk. I'm thinking we're probably going to have a hold, and all that was for naught. Indeed was 2 8th graders, an 8th grader running the ball for the Devil Dogs and an 8th grader on the tackle for the Valonia Eagles. Holding against the Devil Dogs. So back them up 10 yards from the 40. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 24, I believe is what it should be.
Yeah, you know, Corey, we talk about just about everywhere we go. We say, man, beautiful stadium, beautiful press box. And I'll tell you, we've got a nice little nook here in the press box here at Morrilton. But as far as the field conditions, the lighting here, my goodness, you can barely see anything.
Yeah, I hope it's better for the players on the field than it is for us because we are struggling right now to be able to tell anything about anybody.
It's a twilight zone.
So, pass is going to be complete. Number 6 is out across the 30. Nelson has him. He's going to be assisted by David Adams and 61. I'm going to check his name. That is Trey Nips.
Yeah. Reggie Tony there, the receiver. Tony with a great move, making his way to the 38-yard line. Where will be third down and short?
Looks like he's going to pick up about 22 of the 24 that he needed. So 3rd and 2. Quarterback set to throw again, and it's going to be incomplete. And I would call that one alligator arms rather than butterfingers.
Yeah.
He felt the footsteps coming, knew he was going to take a shot to the sternum, and just said, "Nope, I ain't going to catch this ball."
Yep, I'd like to see Morrilton here try to kick their 44. I guess that'd be a 45-yard field goal. Let's see what they can do.
It looks like they're going to set up and go for it here. There's a sub in at quarterback, so it looks like maybe a wildcat type formation.
Yeah, 2 tight ends split up, so they've got a lot of guys on the line. A wing back to the far side. Look for a run right here.
But still, they're gonna snap it 5 yards deep in the shotgun rather than just going under center. And
yeah, looks like Malvern.
So there's going to be a flag, and surely, yep, Eagles are lined up offsides again, and it's going to result in another Devil Dog first down. And Drake, penalties absolutely killing the Freshman Academy Eagles so far here at the finally the first quarter comes to an end. My goodness, that was a long quarter.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Corey.
Actually, you want to know what, Drake?
Yeah,
it's the second quarter. Yeah, I'm completely lost.
It's this Twilight Zone lighting, I tell you what. But that was a very crucial penalty there. But I'll be honest, they had so long. I didn't see anybody lined up in the neutral zone. That's a questionable call. If I'm Coach Morris, I'm at least getting something from the referee, finding out what happened.
Number 4 is going to have the ball up across the 10, out to the 9-yard line, where he's going to be tackled by number 50 for the Eagles. That's Noah McGuire. It's going to be set up at 1st and goal for the Devil Dogs at the 6-yard line.
McGuire was a workhorse last week during the first half, had quite a few tackles. Kirk cleaning up in the second half. Look for him to have another good ball game tonight.
Gibbs going to be to number 4, and I believe that's Seth Kirk coming in there like he shot out of a cannon and upending the running back before he can even get going.
Good submarine tackle right there.
No gain on the play. 2nd and goal from the Eagles' 6-yard line.
Need a big stop here. You don't want to go down by 17. That's 3 scores. Be a tough mountain to climb. Like to go ahead and get a stop here. Hey, I wouldn't mind a pick 6, that's for sure.
Quarterback's looking for running room. Cuts it back up inside. He's going to be down to the 3 where he's stacked up there by several Eagles. I see
leading the way.
Number 67, Tristan Bishop, leads the way for the Eagles. Big defensive lineman there.
Yeah, I wanted to make note of him. It's good to see him out there making a play. Him and big number 59, Cesar Fuentes, the biggest 2 kids in the team, and, man, they are monsters to say the least.
So you see the Wildcat quarterback back in for the Devil Dogs. Eagle defense looking to get a stop here on 3rd and goal. There's a flag. It's going to be a false start. My spotter says it was the right guard that jumped. I'll go with that. So back them up 5 yards. Should be 3rd and goal from the 9 now for the Devil Dogs. I just got a report, Drake, on Evan Marshall. It appears as though he has may have some sort of a hip injury. And he did indeed ride the gurney over to his dad's vehicle. His dad's taking him to the hospital to get that checked out. So if we get any more information on Mr. Marshall, we'll pass it along. We had defenders in the backfield, but we have good second effort there. And
Josiah Nelson right there. Big play.
Carter Archer also there in the area. There's one other tackler somewhere close. I can't read numbers down from up here for nothing.
Here comes the kicking tee. Looks like they'll kick after number 6, Tony's run, where he's absolutely obliterated in the backfield. And from the 10-yard line, this will be a 27-yard field goal.
52, the kicker for the Devil Dogs. We'll see if he has the distance and the accuracy from this spot on the field.
That is Hayden Scroggins. Eagles try to come after this one.
Snap bounces, and it's going to be low line drive, and it's going to be, it barely gets in the uprights. I thought it was wide right.
I don't know about
that. But again,
one.
It's so stinking dark down there. How could the official even see it? And he's right on top of it.
How could we see, really? I mean, this is absolutely pitiful to say the least, but Eagles trail the ball game 17-0, and I'm hoping we can get some lighting and light a flyer on our football team, get some points up on the board on this next offensive possession.
Hey, you know what I do have? I got a commercial from one of our sponsors, DNN Construction.
Hit me with it.
DNN Construction has always been a supporter of Bologna athletics, and Bologna football is no exception.
All right.
On behalf of the Bologna Eagle Football Foundation, we thank you for your continued support of Bologna football.
There is victory.
And we are back after a word from one of our sponsors, DNN Construction. You are listening to Eagle Vision, brought to you by the Bologna Eagle Football Foundation. We want to thank our sponsors for the broadcast, helped us purchase the equipment that we use. That's DNN Construction, who you just heard the commercial from. We played the Charlie Roller Foundation commercial a little bit earlier. If you have any commercial construction needs, please contact Mr. Tim Nolan at DNN Construction. And if you feel like you're compelled to give money to a good cause, look up the Charlie Roller Foundation. Linzer on the reception there, or I should say the return. He has the ball. He takes the ball at the 30, gets up to the 33 before he's ran out of bounds. By number 18, Jake Session for the Devil Dogs. Like I said earlier, may have been on the 8th grade broadcast. I know the Charlie Roller Foundation puts on a golf tournament for their main fundraiser for what they try to do. You can look that up on Facebook. They do have a Facebook page, the Charlie Roller Classic. So if you want more information about the golf tournament that usually happens in the spring or early summer, you can look them up there on Facebook. Hare gives to Baker. Baker's looking for room off right tackle, and he's hit immediately. I think they're going to give him a yard, but Drake, just not a lot of running room there on that play.
No, a yard would be a generous spot there for Baker. It looked like he barely made it back to the line of scrimmage. Talking to his dad before the ball game this evening, over lunch today, he said, "You know what? Matt's ready. Matt is. This is the biggest game that Matt says is on our season." Talked to Matt actually, and he told me that there's no bigger game than when the Eagles play the Devil Dogs.
So Hare has the Eagles to the line again. It's going to run option. He keeps, and he's going to be tackled. It's going to be a loss of a yard back to the original line of scrimmage where it bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, number 30 there, Kate Hallbrook. Number 7, Charles Muldrow there as well. Also number 11, Coleman Fitzpatrick. 3 guys really that triumvirate, bringing them down there at the line of scrimmage.
So, Drake, what I didn't notice until now, there was apparently one of the Morrilton Devil Dog players who played against you in your story that you told, giving us some feedback here on the broadcast.
You're kidding.
It's not written in English plain enough for me to even comprehend, so... If you're still listening and you want to send that message again, let's use real English this time, and I'll try to read it over the air.
Yeah, I took Spanish, so
it ain't Spanish either. I don't know what it is, but it's not normal English.
It's Ed Ogeron. That's what.
Football. So the Eagles are going to have a first down on a defensive holding penalty there. Out to their own 44. I'm still thinking about Ogeron and the lack of English on the feedback here on the comment.
Oh. Flags prior to the snap here, and no kidding, the 22-point comeback in 1 minute and 44 seconds could not have been cooler. But I really would like to know what that feedback is. They will call that one a false start. Back on about 5 yards to the 39-yard line. We'll take it.
And you know, Drake, I don't like that call at all because one of the linebackers for the Devil Dogs comes running up and kind of baited our lineman into jumping there.
Right.
And I didn't think that it was legal to try to bait the offensive line into false starting.
Now, I will tell you this: as long as you do not make any noise or cross the neutral zone, they usually allow it. Most referee crews do.
Okay. Well, so, he definitely didn't cross the neutral zone. We're too far away to be able to tell if there was any noise. Hare's going to take the shotgun snap, passes to the Baker out in the left flat. So Baker's going to take a hit up at the 40-yard line. So a whole lot of running for a yard and a half gain.
Yeah, no kidding, no kidding.
I can't even read the down marker across there. Is it going to be second down now, Drake, or is it going to be third down?
That is second down.
Second down.
You got Gotcher bringing him down there. Dayton Gotcher and number 32, Trey Green, an 8th grader with a huge stick. Looks like we'll have a timeout. Valonia, their second charged of the first half. But I tell you, no kidding, it's Twilight Zone. We're here live from Devil Dog Stadium in Morrilton. Corey Erie and Drake Toll. But, Corey, there's something coming up with the baseball team. Can you tell me more about that?
Yes, I can, Drake. That is the Valonia Baseball Chili Supper. That is coming up here in a couple of weeks. Let's see here.
I think it's October 20th.
There we go. Yeah,
maybe,
October the 20th. That's when the senior high Morrilton Devil Dogs travel to Valonia for a home football game there. That is at 5 p.m. in the high school cafeteria. The Valonia Chili Supper by the baseball team, that's their number one fundraiser for the year. Tickets are $7. You can find any of the current baseball players and pick up your tickets to go to that. I know they usually have Fritos if you want to make a Frito chili pie. They have hot dogs to go with, all the good stuff for you to eat there. Also, they judge the chilies on who has the best chili. You get to vote on that. And they have a silent auction, and I don't have the list of auction items just yet. As we get closer to the event, I will try to put out some of the items that are up for auction. So if you can support the Valonia Eagle baseball team, we'd appreciate that on October the 20th there at the Chili Supper. Hare has it, pumps, looking downfield. He's going to throw it deep
there
for Linzer is the closest receiver. He slaps himself on the helmet. He may have ran the wrong route there. Yeah. And I'm assuming he did. Coach Morris talking to him a little bit. He knew he messed up when they saw the ball go in the air, so that's okay. We're still in the 9th grade. We're still learning, and everybody's going to make mistakes. So the Eagles are going to have a third down now and 13 from their own 41-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like Hare was throwing a go route right there, and Linzer just the disconnect there wasn't running the same route that Hare thought he was. We'll go on third down and long here.
Pass intended for Linzer. It's going to be defended by number 6 for the Devil Dogs. I don't have his name. You got number 6's name?
Number 6, once again, that's Mole. Excuse me, that's Reggie Toney. Said his name a lot tonight. You got 65 running off the Devil Dogs. Seems to be injured, maybe a cramp there. That is Taylor Bond, the 9th grader. But Mole, Toney, as we talked about, has been a key asset for the Devil Dogs thus far with 1:15 to go in the first half. Valonia's going to take a timeout, and I wonder if they want to go for it here on 4th and 13 from their own 41.
Drake, at this point in the game, you got 1:15 seconds left to play here until the half. You really haven't threatened much offensively. You're going to, let's see here, we're going to get the ball at the half. Am I thinking about that correct? Morrilton got the opening kickoff, so we are going to get the ball at the half. You take a shot here, and you don't convert, you give the ball up to Morrilton, who you really have not, stopped effectively except for the last drive where we did force the field goal. So, you kind of weigh that out. You just got to decide, what's in the best interest of the Eagles here.
I say we go Kevin Kelly, go for it.
I'm with you. I am with you. Don't really know exactly what play I want to see ran here particularly, but it needs to go for 14 or at least 13 and an inch.
Let's throw this football here, try to catch Nelson maybe in the flat, get him run the ball up here. Hey, maybe even a screen pass to one of the brothers B, see what they can do. They've been quiet thus far in the first half. You just want to pick up 14 here.
Well, it looks like it's going to be Newman out to punt after the Eagle timeout.
It wouldn't be strategic here to call a fake punt after a timeout. I'm sure the Devil Dogs would see it coming.
Newman is going to kick it. He gets this one away. That's a high kick. Number 6 calls for the fair catch and makes it back at his own 32-yard line.
That's right, Reggie Toney.
So that's where the Devil Dogs are going to set up. 1st and 10, 1:09 left to play here until the half. Eagles trail by the score of 17-0. And Drake, as much as the 8th grade game was all Valonia, this one's been all Morrilton so far.
All Morrilton is an understatement here. They're really running the table here, the Devil Dogs. We look to see the Eagles try to come out with some fire right here. But I tell you, the last time Valonia played at Morrilton was my 9th grade year, and it was a very similar situation, although we were down probably 35 more than that.
Well, we had a late addition to the defense come on, and he was going to try to make the tackle, but can't do it. Linzer actually comes up and makes the tackle. Big gain by the running back for the Devil Dogs, number 4.
Yep, that is Jackson Mole. But I'll be honest with you, Reggie Toney, who we've called the name of a lot tonight, was downfield, and it looked like he was holding hard number 11, Carson Linzer. They did not throw that flag there, but he was holding at the front of the play.
Clock continues to run under a minute. Morrilton quarterback drops back to pass. It's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, it's number 11, Linzer. Looks like falling over him there. I wish I could tell you that's Linzer. I can't even really see the numbers. But a lot of fans.
It's actually 31 Carson. I thought it was 11 Linzer too, and as you walked closer, I finally saw it's 31 Carson. So that's how dark it is here. We can't tell the difference in a 3 and a 1. And that was just across the hash. It wasn't even to the sideline there.
A 3 and a 1. That's a pretty bad deal right there.
That pass is going to be complete to number 6.
Yep.
That's going to be Stephen Carson. There's a couple. That's going to be Parker Bean. There's one other tackler getting up off the ground there. Number 10, Noah Newman. The Devil Dogs are going to take a timeout here with 38 seconds left to play to the half, and they're looking to put some more points on the board.
Yeah, they are. 36 seconds to go in their drive. But Corey, want to take this time to let our listeners know, hey, tomorrow at 2:30, if you cannot make it to the Valonia High School Homecoming Pep Rally. Once again, this is Homecoming Week playing Harrison at 7 p.m. tomorrow. If you can't make it to the Pep Rally at 2:30 in the afternoon, there will be a live broadcast on the Valonia High School YouTube page where you'll get the announcement of Homecoming Queen, and you'll get to see the Valonia High School baseball boys receive their state championship rings. 2 birds, 1 stone there. We'll introduce the escorts, the maids. If you can't make it to that, watch it live on the Valonia High School YouTube page. Go there, subscribe, and let everybody know that that's where they can watch the reveal of the Homecoming Queen.
Drake, what are the odds on the 3 senior maids? Do you have the odds? Are the Vegas books open on that yet?
The Vegas books are definitely open. We've got. I'll be honest with you, Corey. It's a tight race.
It is. It is. You've got Kenna Beatty, Sydney Weaver, and then help me out, Drake. Who's the other senior maid?
Oh,
I put you on the spot, didn't I? Emily Lassiter. That's right. Pass it incomplete over the Devil Dog receiver's head there. Yeah. I mean, I know all 3 of those young ladies, friends of my daughter's. All 3 really, really, good students. I like them all. I wish them all the best. I wish they could all 3 win. Unfortunately, there's going to be one winner announced tomorrow on the broadcast at 2:30. Morrilton sets the pass. It's going to be complete to number 1. He's ran out of bounds by Linzer and Trubiano in the area also.
Yeah. Quincy Clemens there, the receiver. But as you said, Corey, all 3 of those Homecoming Queen nominees are very well deserving. And very nice to see. We've got one of them's in band, one runs cross country, and another plays basketball. So you got some diversity there, some girls that are well involved in the community. But that's always good to see as your homecoming representatives.
It's going to be most likely, another offside penalty on the Eagles.
Good.
What is? I mean, Drake, I can't tell from where I'm at. I mean, you're not much farther down than I. Are we? Do we have a head across the ball? Are we jumping? What's going on there?
It would definitely be a head across the ball. I'm not seeing it anywhere down there. Usually, a referee, if he throws that flag, is going to go to the player and talk to the player or the coach. But I haven't seen that from the referee yet tonight.
First time we've seen pressure on the Morrilton quarterback. He breaks free from the pressure and gets upfield. He's going to get enough for a first down out to the 21-yard line of the Eagles. It's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Devil Dogs. And, Drake, this drive started with 1 minute and 3 seconds on the clock, and there's still 20 seconds left. It seems like they've been out there for 5 solid minutes.
Yeah, it does. Great clock management here, and I tell you, those offside penalties I hear from a lot of Harrison people, Searcy people that play Morrilton every year, they have a lot of trouble with officiating. We've never been in a lot of close ball games in high school ball, but you look here, and those are some questionable calls on the offsides. Hopefully we can clear that up and maybe get an explanation. Number 4 there on the carry to the far side. Whole flock of Eagles.
Stephen Carson and, who'd you say, 50? Noah McGuire on the tackle there for your Eagles. This is going to be a timeout for the Devil Dogs. 13 ticks still remain on the clock, and they're wanting to put some points on the board here. 2nd down and 8 from the Eagle 20-yard line.
Yeah, and I tell you, we talked about the officiating, and man, we've seen in a couple high school ball games. You look at Pottsville, the questionable calls in the first quarter, but overall, the officiating crews with the AAA this season for football have been pretty outstanding in junior high and high school ball alike. We've seen a lot of really good crews that are very professional this season.
You know, Drake, I want to go back to the senior. Well, no, it looks like they're going to blow the ball ready for play here. I'll talk about the senior homecoming maids again here in just a moment. So the quarterback's looking downfield. That ball is almost intercepted by number 10, Newman. He's there on the coverage, tips it. Actually, the receiver had a shot at catching it too. Either one of them could have came down with that ball. So 8 seconds still remain on the clock. 3rd down and 9 for the Devil Dogs at the Eagle 20. So they're going to have time to run at least one play as long as they don't get tackled inbounds and still be able to set up for the field goal if they want.
Hey, I'd be okay with a field goal here. Still makes it a 3-possession game.
It's going to be a quick pass, and that's intercepted by Lenser, and he's going to bring it out. He fumbles, and who's going to come up with it? Doesn't matter because the horn sounds, but good job by Lenser to intercept the ball. He then fumbled it and recovered his own fumble. Yeah. So when have you ever seen a defender get an interception and a fumble recovery on the same play?
I tell you, if he wouldn't have gotten that fumble recovery, if Morrilton would have scooped and scored, I may have lost it.
You are correct, sir. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take us out of the half here. I'm going to roll both commercials of our sponsors back to back. Then you're going to hear some music for a few minutes, and we'll come back and discuss the first half action here live from Morrilton with 9th grade football. This is Eagle Vision brought to you by the Valonia Eagle Football Foundation and the following 2 sponsors that you are about to hear from.
Don't go anywhere.
He was an outstanding athlete at Valonia, and he truly exemplified what it meant to be a Valonia Eagle. On behalf of the Valonia Eagle Football Foundation, we would like to say thank you to the Friends of Charlie for their continued support of the Charlie Roller Classic. This event has allowed ongoing support to many sporting events and activities throughout the Valonia School District. Charlie Construction has always been a supporter of Valonia athletics, and Valonia football is no exception. On behalf of the Valonia Eagle Football Foundation, we thank you for your continued support of Valonia football. D&N
Welcome back to Bologna Eagle football live here from Devil Dog Stadium on the campus of Morrilton High School. Your freshman academy Eagles trail by a score of 17-0, unable to really get anything going offensively in the first half, but came up with a couple of defensive stands there later in the second quarter, Drake, as they were able to force the field goal on the next to last possession by the Devil Dogs, and then the interception by Lincer there to end the half. So looking to build off of that. And one thing I've noticed about this ninth grade team, Drake, over the past several weeks is Coach Morris and the other coaches actually do a really good job of making halftime adjustments. And you usually see these guys come out with a fire lit under their tails. Did you catch my pun there?
I see what you did there.
All right. You did it in the earlier game. I had to do it there.
I will tell you, though, this very dark stadium is kind of eerie. Firing it back.
All right. Something's getting deep in here. We're gonna have to implement a buzzer because the jokes are getting way too cheesy in the booth right now. So Eagles are going to receive the second half kickoff. It's going to be Baker, Nelson, and Lincer back deep to receive.
Oh, yeah. And
52 kicks off for the Devil Dogs.
.52, as you said, kicking off. We've seen it kick all game. Hayden Scroggins made a field goal earlier, and this kick will land around the 25-yard line.
It's going to be Lincer at the 24. He's up across the 30, out to the 31.
Lost the ball.
Well, we got it back. They're going to give him the 32-yard line. It's where he's going to set up with a 1st and 10 for the Eagles to start the second half.
I tell you, Corey, very impressed with the popcorn here. Only $1 at Morrilton Stadium. However, the water is $2.50.
$2.50 for a water?
$2.50 for a water, but $1 for popcorn. Hey, and the pina colada slushes are only $2.
Hey, how much do you get for that water? About $2.50. You remember Chef from South Park? Did you ever watch any South Park?
I watched a lot of South Park, but I don't know if I remember that.
That wasn't the exact quote, but it was actually about $3.50 was what he would say. So that's what we made me think about. Oh man. Anybody that watched South Park at home, you guys know what we're talking about.
Those who don't watch South Park, please do not.
Yeah, well, that episode wasn't too terrible relative to some of the other ones.
The rest of them are, right?
Yeah, anybody that's a high school student, don't look that up. The rest of you look up South Park about $3.50.
The rest of you would have been under high school age student. Oh my goodness.
Okay, back to football here. That was actually Carter Archer on for a couple of plays at quarterback there. Hare's going to sub back in now.
You know, Coach Young made a joke. I got to talk to Coach Young in the hallway before the second half. He said, I tell you, Drake, we're getting more light from the moon than we are these lights here at the stadium.
Well, he ain't wrong.
No, he's not. It's a Coach Young, of course, the head high school coach, and it looks like a little movement to the far right side in your Eagle offensive line.
So, Drake, while you don't mind seeing the quarterback rotation there, it is a difference in cadence when they switch out and the Eagle offensive line just jumping off early there.
Oh yeah.
5-yard penalty. It's going to bring up 3rd and 13 for the Eagles. 3rd and 12. My mistake. Bean's going to be the lone back in the backfield with Hare in the shotgun. Baker split up in the slot to the top of the screen.
There are flags in that play. Looks like we'll get a pass interference. I really hope we do here. Number 30 there on the coverage from Morrilton. Cade Hallbrook, and he got a little bit too handsy there. That penalty could be big and giving us the first down. Let's see.
They're going ahead and marching the penalty yardage off against the Devil Dogs, and the indication is pass interference.
Actually looks like a defensive. Did he give the defensive holding?
Okay, defensive hold.
I'll take either one, that's for sure. 3rd down and 2 now for the Eagles from the 40-yard line. Hare running in with the play. He looks pretty excited here, try to convert the 3rd down. You need to get one here, try to march down the field and score with a 17-0 deficit. Eagles have had the ball for 2 minutes, but still don't have a first down here.
Brothers B in the backfield now for the Eagles. Hare set. Gives it to Bean. Bean's off left tackle. Runs for about 10 yards, maybe a little bit more. He's going to be brought down at the 49-yard line. Who was
number 4 there, Jackson Mole, taking him down, but nonetheless, it's good enough for a Bologna Eagle. First down.
So the Eagles are set to snap the ball here, 1st and 10 at their own 49. Looking to get a little something going here to start the second half. You'd like to see them put some points on the board. Hare gives to Bean straight ahead, and Bean stacked up immediately. They're actually going to, well, one official has him marked for a loss. The other one has him marked for a gain. And they're going to go with, they're going to split the middle and give him the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
You know, Corey, I hate to realize it pointed out, but the Eagle 9th grade football team, the only team on campus without, maybe the 8th graders as well, without a decal on their helmets. But you know what? It kind of looks menacing down there, that cream with no decal.
Hare keeps up the middle for a gain of 5, I guess it's going to be.
Yeah, big, nice gain there on 2nd down, brought down by Mole.
Well,
down and 5 here.
Drake, I'm just finding out that apparently the Eagles have had another injury in this game. I didn't even realize it, but now that I see it, I think I haven't seen this young man on defense. David Adams also headed to get checked out. He has a issue with his arm.
Wow.
So 2 Eagles now down in the game, as you see Baker looking for running room off right guard on the trap play. He's going to be ahead for 4 yards. It's going to be just short of the first down. Brings up 4th and 1 for the Eagles. A long one, actually, looks like, where they're setting the down marker down across there. So Marshall hurt earlier in the game with a hip injury. He's at the hospital being checked out. And then David Adams also on his way to the hospital to be checked on. I'd like to ask all you Eagle fans, keep those guys in your thoughts and prayers. I hope for a speedy recovery for both of our Eagle football players. Hare has the ball, gives to Bean. Bean's hitting the backfield, and it's going to be a loss. Turnover on downs. Ball goes back to the Devil Dogs.
Yeah, number 54 there, captain for the Devil Dogs, Seth Stevens, bringing down Bean, the ball carrier. They'll have the football at the 43-yard line, 1st and 10.
3 minutes and 30 seconds left to play here in the third quarter.
That's a long possession there for the Eagles, but nothing doing. Didn't even make it past the 40.
Sessions on the run around left end, and he's going to have a gain of 17 out to the Eagle 40-yard line, where it'll be 1st down for the Devil Dogs.
First and 10 here for the Devil Pups. Quarterback takes the snap, hands off to Sessions to the near side. Won't gain much there, leading the way, number 52 for your Eagles.
It's Trubiano.
As well as 33 there.
I should remember his name.
Keegan Smith.
Keegan Smith. I'm getting a lot of these guys memorized. I just don't have them all quite memorized yet. By about the time we get done calling football games, I'll have them all memorized. Quarterback rolls to his right. He's going to throw complete to number 32 out in the right flats. Pushed out of bounds by number 5, Carter Archer. Not before a big enough gain for a Devil Dog 1st down, though. So the Eagles, with a bit of a sustained drive there. I mean, they unable to cash it in, but held the ball for several minutes. Ultimately turned it over on downs, and then Devil Dogs right back in business here as you see Session go around left end. There's a flag. He's going to be tackled by number 28. That's is that Harrington? Yes, Austin Harrington on the tackle. I was looking down at the name and I missed the call. Did anybody see what the call was? hold on the Devil Dogs.
There it is. Yes, it's a holding.
So back them up 10 from the spot of that foul. It's going to remain first down.
You know, Corey, Morrilton holds a 2-0 record against 2-0 record against the Eagles the past 2 seasons, beating my group, as I said here, very badly. And then last year's group, led by Jacoby Criswell at quarterback, now they're starting high school quarterback. They put up 45 points on the Eagles. But so far, the Eagles have been able to stop the scoring. But you know what? You just want to get the ball back and try to score here. As number 6 for the Devil Dogs with a good carry, good gain to the inside the 15.
It's finally brought down by number 31, Stephen Carson. Linser went for the big hit, trying to push him out of bounds, and a nifty spin move by the Devil Dog receiver, able to gain some extra yardage before Carson comes in and cleans that up for the Eagles. It's going to be 2nd and 3 from the Eagle 14-yard line. Gibbs going to be to 18 Session. He's straight ahead. Looks like he's going to be very close to a first down for the Devil Dogs. We'll await the spot before we. Trubiano and Seth Kirk on the tackle there for the Eagles. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. Devil Dog quarterback has the ball, gives to Session. He's looking for room off left tackle, and he's unable to find the running room. That's Luke Trubiano brings him down. It's going to be 4th down and about a half a yard to go.
Looks like Morrilton's going to elect to go for it here. You could see them kick a field goal. They have the kicker with the leg to make this one from the, guess it'd be about an 18, 19-yarder, but nonetheless, they'll go for it on 4th down.
So the Eagle defense with an opportunity to come up with another big stop here, deep in their own territory. 30 clock rolling, 35 seconds left to play. Devil Dog has their number 6 quarterback out there, and it's going to be Seth Kirk shooting through the offensive line, makes the tackle for a loss, and it's going to be turnover on down to the Eagles.
Big momentum swing there. Nice defensive play. Look for the Eagles to attack right here, throw the football down the field, and try to get a touchdown.
Yeah, Drake, we're going to have to get something going pretty quick if we want an opportunity to be in this game at the end. There's 26 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Clock is hot on turnovers in junior high football, so it's already under 20 seconds now before the Eagles are set to snap the ball.
Yeah, I got Hare in the backfield. He's got his trips to the far side and the bunch set.
I don't know if Nelson got set, but they didn't throw a flag on him. Hare's flushed. He runs forward for a 2-yard gain. He's going to be tackled out around the 21-yard line. They're going to give him 3. Tackled by number 4 for the Devil Dogs. That's going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter. So the officials will march the ball down to the opposite end of the field, and the Eagles will be looking to put their first points on the board here in the 4th quarter, and we're going to have to score often to be able to make a game out of this.
Oh, yeah, 3-possession ball game. You want to score right here in a bad way and pretty quickly as well with 8 minutes left on the clock. Now, Corey, we talked about our homecoming representatives, the sophomores, Emma Eastham and Hannah Fisher, the juniors, Haley Chandler and Isis Janik. The seniors, you have, as we talked about, Emily, Sydney, and Kenna.
Let's see here. Emily twirls. She's a majorette. She twirls the baton with the band. Right. For some reason, I thought does she cheer during basketball season?
She cheered when she was a sophomore, I believe.
She used to cheer, so she doesn't cheer anymore. Okay. Beatty, you mentioned the basketball player, also plays softball for the Valonia Eagles softball team. And then Weaver, Sydney Weaver, a standout in the classroom. I don't know this to be fact, but I would suspect that she might vie for a valedictorian position later on when it gets close to graduation season, or graduation time, not season. There's not a season for graduation. I guess technically there is, but I've got sports on the mind, and then I switch over to academics, and hey, it's all right. Y'all knew what I was meaning.
Oh, yeah. Good representatives there, and she's one of the best and brightest of Valonia High School, and she's got a granddad or something like that hangs around the stadium.
Old Fred Weaver.
One of my better friends, I'll be honest with you. Fred and I have a pretty good relationship.
I like old Fred. He's a good guy. Been around Valonia for a long time. Good representative of the community. Hare has the ball. He's going to give it to Parker Bean on the delay, and Bean's going to have very little running room. Maybe gained a yard out to the 23-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long for the Eagles. That was a very slow developing play. I mean, I understand on the a delay handoff or a draw if you want to call it that, but Eagles looking to get anything they can going. So they're going to snap the ball, 3rd down and 5. Give's going to be to Bean again. He tries it off left tackle this time. It's going to pick up a yard, maybe 2. It's going to bring up another 4th down for the Eagle offense, Drake.
And Corey, out of desperation, knowing that Morrilton likes to chew the clock, you got to think the Eagles have to consider going for it here because Morrilton could run this clock from 7 minutes to 0 pretty quickly.
Yes, you're exactly right about that, Drake. So you want to see the Eagle offense convert here, and actually I think they're sending on the punt unit now.
6:45 clock running. They are running this clock hot. They have been all night here at Morrilton. We'll call a timeout.
So now Valonia's going to take a timeout, and we will take this opportunity to talk to you about Valonia Eagle Baseball and a fundraiser they have coming up. Their annual chili supper is going to be October the 20th, starting at 5 p.m. That's going to be prior to the senior high game versus the Morrilton Devil Dogs as they come to Philip Weaver Stadium for a conference matchup.
That's right.
Tickets are $7. It's all you can eat chili. They have the fixins to go with it as well. So if you are interested in a ticket for the chili supper, that's the main fundraiser for the baseball team. Find any of the baseball players that you can. They'll have tickets available for sale. Also, there will be a silent auction of donated items there during the chili supper. And all that will conclude in plenty of time for you to make it across the parking lot from the high school cafeteria over to the stadium for the football game. So come on out and support the Valonia Eagle baseball team. I know they work very well with the football foundation. That's why we don't mind giving them a plug here on the broadcast. We'll continue to talk about that tomorrow night during the senior high broadcast we are at home versus the Harrison Goblins, undefeated in conference. Eagles winless on the year after the forfeit against Greene County Tech. So Hare's set to receive the snap from the shotgun. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's looking to throw. No eligible receiver in the area of the pass. So my spotter says Linser was over that way. I didn't see him in my field of view, so that's my mistake. Turnover on downs. Devil Dogs are going to take over at the Eagle 24-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10.
I tell you, Corey, you said during that chili supper you'll have time afterwards eating your chili to walk right on over to Philip D. Weaver Stadium, catch the game. But if you don't have time to walk over, you can watch it live with us on the Valonia Eagle Football Foundation's YouTube page. We'll be live tomorrow night against Harrison, the homecoming game. We'll have the festivities and the game both live on the broadcast tomorrow. Morrilton's ball carrier there was number 24. I don't know that we've called his name yet. Haven't seen a lot out of him.
So I just got a text from our man Alan Wade, and he tells me to check the live chat, and I have checked the live chat. I see a earlier message from Seth's sister that says "Go Seth," so she's cheering him on there. You see a flag come out. Somebody says zoom out a little bit, please. That was earlier. You're good now, Josh. Don't worry about it. You might zoom out just a bit, but you can check it over here on the monitor if you want to see what you're actually seeing at home. And anyways, the main reason I checked is our main man, Alan Wade, who is normally here with our broadcast. He's working tonight. He's a firefighter down at the Pine Bluff Arsenal. And he is saying, hey, what's up, everybody? And he's doing film study for tomorrow night. So he'll have all of his knowledge and wit and trivia questions for us tomorrow night. I hope to do better than I have the last 2 weeks on answering trivia questions. As you see, the Devil Dog receiver number 21 take the catch and get upfield to the 5-yard line where he's pushed out of bounds by by number 13, Josiah Nelson. So it's going to be a 1st and goal for the Devil Dogs at the Eagle 5-yard line. So, Alan, you got your shout out.
Tell you what, Alan is he's the brains of the operation for sure. Gotta love some Alan Wade. Our weekly Friday night dose of Alan Wade.
He's the what's the word I'm looking for? I was going to say journeyman, but that's not the right word. The Iron Man. He's the Iron Man on the broadcast.
He does not. No bathroom breaks, no food breaks, no drink. I mean, he is all for it.
I think. Well, I don't know. We'll ask that question tomorrow. How do you go the whole entire pregame show, football game, halftime show, and postgame show with not taking a bathroom break?
Tell you, he wears the Waterboy jacket that has the water in it built in. He can just pull that straw out. Big hit there in the backfield. It'll be a nice loss for the Morrilton Devil Pups.
Trubiano, the tackler.
24, your ball carrier, and I don't have a roster in front of me. I'd like to apologize. Some interesting accommodations with our rosters tonight.
So clock continues to roll. 4 minutes and 45 seconds left to play here in the game. As you can see, Eagles trail by the score of 17-0 with the Devil Dogs looking at a 2nd and goal back at the 17-yard line. Quarterback keeps. It's going to be tackled by Stephen Carson and Cesar Fuentes.
Now, Corey, you told me you had a trivia question for me.
I do.
I want to hear it.
What is the opening line to the Valonia alma mater?
Are you kidding me? Valonia High, for you we take our stand.
Okay, so that's the easy part of my question. It's a two-parter.
Oh.
You just didn't know that up front.
I didn't see it coming.
Now, and I might ought to save this one for a senior high broadcast. As you see, good coverage by Linser there on the pass, knocks it away, so give him a pass breakup. Who wrote the Valonia alma mater?
Give me two guesses.
So you're
not hints, but just let me take two guesses.
Oh yeah, I'll give you two guesses. Go ahead.
First and foremost, I would like to say Fred Weaver. I know it's not right, but man,
no, it is not Fred Weaver. I'm sure Paige knows the answer.
Is it Mr. Steve Platt?
No, it was not Steve Platt. I got a guess from the spotter Josh Aldridge. As you see the Devil Dogs, line up for the field goal. He guesses Eddie Lou Sparrow. Ball is on the ground. Eagle defense all over it, and they're going to actually get pretty decent field position out of this.
Need a touchdown here, and then hey, score 22 points in a minute 44, if you will.
Okay, so I got a guess of Eddie Sparrow that is also not correct. Billy, do you have an answer? No answer. Ed Sellers also not correct. Paul Crossell. No. Hey, a lot of blasts from the past. Names being brought up there. No, Miss Baker actually wrote the Marla Baker wrote the Valonia alma mater when she was either still in school or had just graduated.
Well, she actually went to Cabot. She graduated high school at Cabot.
Okay, so it must have been right after she came over here and started teaching.
Right.
That's the story I've always been told. I may have completely misquoted it there, but that's the story I've been told since I was a kid. So it must have been after she was over here teaching, because she's been around for quite a few years.
Oh, not too bad. I think she's only 28 or 29. One of my favorites, though, she has a very conservative teaching style and a very, very classy woman. Absolutely loved having her in class.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I enjoyed – I never had her as a teacher, but ball intercepted by the Devil Dogs there. It's going to be returned up over the 50 to the 45 to the 40. Still on his feet. Wow. Runs into his own man at the 25 and gets all the way down to the Eagle 21-yard line.
I tell you, that may ice it, Corey. That may ice it.
3 minutes left to play. If Morrilton works the clock here, it very well could. So the Devil Dogs are going to have a 1st and 10 at the Eagle 21-yard line. Excuse me, the 22-yard line. They're in no hurry to snap the ball. Going to go ahead and milk the clock out here. Give's going to be to Session. He's straight ahead for a gain of about 8. We're to bring up second down for the Devil Dogs.
Yeah, Corey, if this one holds, it'll drop the Eagles to 4-2 overall. That'll be 2-1 in conference play. But headed back home next week with Little Rock Christian, I believe.
Yes, that's correct. Little Rock Christian next week, and then the 9th grade plays Little Rock Central the week after that. The 8th grade will have that one off, as Central, I guess the 7A schools do a little bit different. I believe that's going to be Seth Kirk coming through and making the hit on Session as soon as he gets the ball there. So that's going to be a tackle for a loss of about 2, brings up third down. It's actually more than a loss of 2. It's about a 3 or 4 yard loss there. 3rd and 5 is what it's going to be.
Yeah, as you said, 7A a little bit different. When I played ball in 9th grade, we actually played Little Rock Hall at Little Rock Central, one of the most historic stadiums, places you could ever play. Really cool atmosphere.
Quigley is that's a cool place,
that's
no doubt about it.
Martin Luther King himself sat in those stands.
Gonna have an offsides on the Eagle defender. Had a little contact there. No additional flag on the contact, so 5-yard mark off against the offsides. It'll be enough for a Devil Dog first down. They'll have a 1st and 10 down at the Eagle 12-yard line.
Minute 18 here to go in the fourth quarter. Once again, we'll be live tomorrow night at 6:30. Our pregame show beginning with Drake Toll and Alan Wade, or myself and Alan Wade. Then the ball game, Bologna taking on Harrison, the homecoming game. And should see a good one there. Bologna ready for that ball game.
See the Devil Dog quarterback take a knee there. Going to just run the rest of the clock out here as it continues to roll at 50 seconds to play in the game. Drake, who do we have for senior spotlights tomorrow night?
Senior spotlights tomorrow night. We're looking to have Isaiah Rocha. And we will.
Are you sure it ain't Roca?
If you ask Alan Wade, it's definitely Roca.
I think I finally got him. I think I got him trained on that one finally.
I don't know if I'll believe it when I hear it. That's for sure. Isaiah Rocha, we'll have him in there, and we're looking to have Cody Simpson.
Cody Simpson, Isaiah Rocha, both contributors on the offensive side of the football for the senior high Eagles. Simpson playing predominantly tight end. Rocha typically starting in the backfield and, running for tough inside yards. Clock's rolling down to 5 seconds to play. 3, 2, 1, and there is the final horn. And the Freshman Academy Eagles are going to drop their second game of the season by a score of 17-0 here to the Devil Dogs at home.
Yeah, Corey, I tell you, one of those ball games, the Eagles went down early, 14-0, and after that just couldn't recover. A nice field goal down here for the Devil Pups. And you fall 17-0. You're held scoreless. You had two pretty key injuries that hurt your team. But nonetheless, you got to come in next week against Little Rock Christian, one of the best teams in the River Valley Conference, and you got to play well.
That's right, Drake. Little Rock Christian right now. I mean, you look at their senior high program. They're considered probably one of the top 5 in the state senior high wise right now in the Class 5A. I didn't get to see as many junior high games last year, so I can't comment as much on their 9th grade team. If nothing changes from what I saw when our 7th grade went down there and played last year, we'll see another performance out of our 8th graders just like we've seen so far. But then we'll be strapped up and ready to roll for the 9th grade game. So Eagles lose it by a score of 17-0 here at Devil Dog Stadium on the campus of Morrilton High School. Like Drake says, fell behind early and just unable to get out of a funk after that. Pretty much back and forth battle after the 2 early quick scores by Morrilton, but that was enough to do it as the Eagles unable to punch one into the end zone. So they're going to fall to what are they going to be? 3-2 on the season. 4-2 on the season is the record for the Freshman Academy Eagles. So still a good season, still plenty of ball left to play. A chance to finish it out here and still have a good winning season. We are going to take a moment here, run our 2 commercials back to back, and probably go ahead and sign off after the commercials. Drake, you got any final words you want to say on the broadcast here?
I tell you, this is a very, very talented junior high team, a very stout group, and I hope, they used to have it in the style of junior high would play a championship game, the top 2 teams from each conference, and I wish it was like that because I would love to see these 2 teams play again. I feel like Valonia will be ready to take them on. Just a few things that didn't go our way tonight, but nonetheless, you cannot hang your head on this one, guys. You got to keep on fighting, keep on battling. Conference championship is not out of your reach. We got a lot of athletes. We got to keep on pressing. Try to finish out the season best as possible.
Absolutely right, Drake. So without our partner Alan Wade here tonight, I'm going to sign off for myself, Corey Erie, and my broadcast partner, Drake Toll. Appreciate Josh Aldridge on the camera tonight and Billy Sal on the spot. This has been Valonia Eagle Junior High Football on Eagle Vision, brought to you by the Valonia Eagle Football Foundation and the following 2 sponsors.
See you tomorrow.
Construction has always been a supporter of Valonia athletics, and Valonia football is no exception. On behalf of the Valonia Eagle Football Foundation, we thank you for your continued support of Valonia football. Outstanding athlete at Valonia, and he truly exemplified what it meant to be a Valonia Eagle. On behalf of the Valonia Eagle Football Foundation, we would like to say thank you to the Friends of Charlie for their continued support of the Charlie Roller Classic. This event has allowed ongoing support to many sporting events and activities throughout the Valonia School District.